Have you ever paused to ponder how the internet knows where to send your request when you type in a website URL? The answer to that lies in the Domain Name Service, or DNS, a fundamental component of the internet that most of us take for granted. In the early days of the internet, back in the late 1960s, there was no need for a domain name service. Computers were few and far between, and they communicated with each other via a simple host file. This file contained the names of all the computers on the network and their corresponding IP addresses. However, as the internet grew, so did the number of computers. Manually updating a host file became impractical. It was at this point, in the early 1980s, that the domain name system was introduced. The DNS was a hierarchical and distributed naming system for computers, services, or any resource connected to the internet or a private network. The DNS made it possible for users to connect to other computers by using domain names instead of numeric IP addresses. This was revolutionary because it made the internet significantly more user-friendly. Imagine having to remember the IP address of every website you want to visit. It's safe to say that the internet as we know it today wouldn't exist without the DNS. Fast forward to today, the DNS has evolved and expanded significantly. It now includes a wide array of record types, security measures, and even internationalized domain names that allow for the use of non-English scripts. Its role in today's technology is pivotal. The DNS is at the heart of most online activities. Whether you're sending an email, streaming a movie, or browsing your favorite social media site, the DNS is working behind the scenes to connect you to the right server. However, like any technology, the DNS has its pros and cons. On the positive side, it makes the internet accessible and user-friendly. It also supports the scalability of the internet by allowing for the addition of new devices and services without major disruptions. On the downside, it can be vulnerable to attacks such as DNS spoofing or cache poisoning, where a hacker redirects a domain name to a different IP address. To summarize, the DNS is a critical part of how the internet functions. It started as a solution to the scaling issue in the early days of the internet and has evolved into a complex, distributed system that supports our everyday online activities. It's an unsung hero of the digital age, quietly connecting us to the information and services we seek. But like all technologies, it's not without its vulnerabilities, reminding us of the ongoing need for robust security measures in the digital world.